Jake Martinez was tired. It was past midnight and the small hospital in Montana was quiet. He had been working as a nurse for 8 years now. He liked the night shift because it was usually calm. Most emergencies happened during the day. But tonight was different. Thunder crashed outside and rain hit the windows hard. Jake was checking on patients when he heard a loud boom from the parking lot. The lights flickered. Car alarms started going off. "What was that?" asked Betty, the other nurse on duty. Jake looked out the window. In the parking lot, something big was moving. It was not a car or truck, it was much bigger, and it was glowing. "Call security," Jake said. He grabbed his medical bag and ran outside. The rain soaked him instantly. Lightning flashed and he could see clearly now. A creature lay on the wet ground. It was huge, maybe 12 feet long. It had scales that changed color from purple to silver. Wings spread out on both sides, but they were torn and bleeding. Most people would have run away screaming. But Jake was a nurse. He saw a living thing that was hurt and needed help. The creature lifted its head. Its eyes were big and intelligent. They looked at Jake with surprise and pain. The creature tried to speak but only made a weak sound. "Easy. There," Jake said softly. "I am here to help." He moved closer. A big piece of metal stuck out from the creature's chest. Blood ran down its scales. One wing had a long cut. Jake could see the creature was dying if he did not act fast. The security guard, Pete, came running with his flashlight. When he saw the creature, he stopped and stared. "What is that thing?" Pete asked, his voice shaking. "It is a patient," Jake said. "Call the emergency room, tell them we need the trauma bay ready, and call Dr. Brown." "But Jake, that is not human." "So what? It is hurt and it needs help." Jake knelt beside the creature. Up close, he could see it breathing hard. Its eyes followed him as he opened his medical bag. "Can you understand me?" Jake asked. The creature made a sound that almost sounded like yes. Jake smiled. "Good. My name is Jake. I am a nurse. I am going to help you." The creature's eyes seemed to relax a little. Jake worked quickly. First, he checked the creature's pulse. It was fast, but strong. The metal piece in its chest was the biggest problem. It was close to what might be the heart. Jake knew he could not pull it out here. That would cause too much bleeding. Instead, he stabilized it with tape and gauze. Then he looked at the wing. The cut was deep, but not life-threatening. He could fix that. More people came outside. Hospital staff, security guards, and some patients who heard the noise. Everyone stood back and stared. Some people were scared. Others took pictures with their phones. "Everyone go back inside," Jake ordered. "This creature needs space." Dr. Brown arrived, still in his pajamas. He was the hospital's chief doctor and Jake's friend. "Jake, what are you doing?" Dr. Brown asked. "My job," Jake said. "Help me get this patient inside." Dr. Brown looked at the creature. It looked back at him with those intelligent eyes. "Okay," Dr. Brown said. "Let's do this." They got a stretcher from inside. It took 6 people to lift the creature. Its scales felt warm and smooth. As they moved it, the creature made soft sounds like it was trying to talk. In the trauma room, Jake worked fast. He started an IV line but had to guess the right size for the creature's blood system. He cleaned the wing wound and began stitching it up. His hands were steady and sure. The creature watched him work. Sometimes it would make sounds that almost seemed like words. After 2 hours, Jake stepped back. The creature was stable. The metal piece was secure and not causing more bleeding. The wing was stitched and bandaged. The creature's breathing was slower and easier now. "You did good work," Dr. Brown said quietly. The creature turned its head toward Jake. This time when it spoke, Jake could understand some words. "Thank you," the creature said in broken English. "You save me." Jake's eyes went wide. "You can talk." "Yes. My name. Vex. I am Scout. From Far Place." "Scout? Like a soldier?" Vex nodded slowly. "Ship shot down. Crash here. Thought I would die." "Where are you from?" Jake asked. Vex pointed up with one clawed finger. Stars. Many worlds. My people. Dragon people. Jake sat down in a chair beside the bed. A real dragon. From space. And he just saved its life. Why did you crash? Jake asked. Bad people chase me. They want to hurt my world. I escape, but ship broken. Over the next few hours, Vex told Jake more. He was from a place called the Dragon Confederation. They were peaceful people who traveled between stars. But there were enemies who wanted to destroy them. Vex was amazed that Jake helped him without fear. Most creatures they met were afraid of dragons because they were so big and looked scary. You not afraid, Vex said. Why? Jake thought about it. You were hurt, that is all I saw, someone who needed help. Vex's eyes seemed to glow brighter. You are special human, Jake Martinez. By morning, people in black suits arrived. Government people. They wanted to take Vex away for questioning. But Vex refused to go until he could thank Jake properly. Ice. People will remember this, Vex told Jake. Dragons never forget kindness. We always repay our debts. As the government people led Vex away, he looked back at Jake one more time. We will meet again, friend Jake, I promise. Jake watched them go. He had no idea that saving one dragon's life would change everything. Not just for him, but for all of humanity. The dragon kept his promise. 3 months later, Jake's life would become something he never imagined possible. 3 months passed. Jake went back to his normal life at the hospital. The government men told him to keep quiet about Vex. They said nobody would believe him anyway. Sometimes Jake wondered if it really happened. Maybe he dreamed the whole thing. But he still had the torn piece of dragon scale in his pocket. It was real. Life was boring after meeting a dragon. Regular patients seemed too normal. Car accidents and broken bones felt simple compared to saving an alien's life. Jake worked his night shift as usual. It was a quiet Tuesday. Only 3 patients in the whole hospital. He was reading a book when Betty ran into the break room. Jake, you need to see this, she said, her eyes wide with excitement. What is it? Jake asked. Look outside. Now. Jake followed her to the window. The parking lot was empty except for a few cars. Then he looked up at the sky. Something was coming down, from the clouds. It was huge and beautiful. The object looked like it was made of glass and light. It had smooth curves and glowed with soft colors. It was the most beautiful thing Jake had ever seen. What is that? Betty whispered. The ship landed in the same spot where Vex had crashed 3 months ago. It touched down without making any sound. The glow became brighter for a moment, then faded. Jake's heart started beating fast. He knew what this was. Vex had come back. Call Dr. Brown, Jake told Betty. Tell him we have visitors. Should I call the police? Betty asked. No. These are friends. Jake walked outside. Other hospital workers followed him. They all stared at the amazing ship. It was bigger than the hospital building. The surface looked like it was alive with patterns of light moving across it. A door opened in the side of the ship. No, not a door. The wall just became see-through, and people walked through it. Vex came out first. He looked completely healthy, now. His scales were bright and shiny. His wings were perfect. Behind him came other dragons. They were all different colors, gold, green, blue, and red. But Jake was surprised to see humans walking with them. They wore strange uniforms with symbols he did not recognize. Vex saw Jake and his face lit up with joy. Dragons could smile. Jake realized. Friend Jake, Vex called out. He walked over quickly. I told you we would meet again. Vex, you look great. You healed completely. Yes, thanks to you. Vex put his big hand on Jake's shoulder. I brought friends to meet you. One of the humans stepped forward. She was a woman with short brown hair and kind eyes. She looked to be about 40 years old. Hello, Jake, she said. My name is Kate Wilson. I am a doctor like you, but I work in space now. You are human, Jake said, confused. Yes. I am from Earth. From New York, actually. I have been working with the Dragon Confederation for 2 years. Jake's mind was spinning. How is that possible? Vex was the first alien I ever met. Kate smiled. The government keeps many secrets. Aliens have been visiting Earth for 10 years now, but most meetings go badly. Humans get scared. They shoot first and ask questions later. But not you, Vex said to Jake. You saw a hurt person and helped. No fear, no questions about what I was. Just help. Another human came forward. This was a man with gray hair and glasses. I am Dr. Steve Parker, he said. I run the Galactic Medical Program. Jake, what you did was amazing. No human has ever treated an alien with such skill and kindness. I just did my job, Jake said. No, Steve said. You did much more. Do you know what happened after Vex went home? Jake shook his head. He told his people about you, about how humans can heal anyone, even species they have never seen before. About how you were not afraid. About how you worked all night to save his life. Vex nodded. My people were impressed. We have traveled to many worlds. Most species are afraid of dragons. They think we want to hurt them because we are big and have sharp teeth. But you saw past that, Kate said. You saw someone who needed help. Dr. Brown came outside with more hospital staff. His mouth fell open when he saw the ship and all the aliens. Jake, what is going on? Dr. Brown asked. Dr. Brown, meet my friends, Jake said. This is Vex, the dragon I helped 3 months ago. Dr. Brown remembered. He had helped that night too. He walked over and shook Vex's big hand. You look much better, Dr. Brown said. Your hospital saved my life, Vex replied. Jake Martinez is hero to my people. A golden dragon stepped forward. She was smaller than Vex but looked very important. I am Commander Luna, she said in perfect English. I lead the medical division of our confederation. We came here to ask Jake something important. What? Jake asked. We want to invite Earth to join the Galactic Medical Alliance, Luna said. Many worlds work together to share healing knowledge. But we need a human representative, Kate explained more. Different species have different ways of healing. Dragons can regrow lost body parts. The crystal people can cure any disease. The metal beings can fix broken bones instantly. But humans have something special. What is that? Jake asked. You can treat anyone, Steve said. Your medical knowledge works on all species, and you have something else that is rare in the galaxy. What? Compassion, Vex said. You care about all life, not just human life. This is very rare. Most species only help their own kind. Luna walked closer to Jake. We have a gift for you, and a request. What kind of gift? Jake asked. Luna pointed to the beautiful ship. That is the most advanced medical ship in the galaxy. It has healing technology from dozens of worlds. It can travel between stars in days. It has everything a doctor needs to save lives anywhere in the galaxy. Jake stared at the ship. You are giving that to me? If you accept our request, Luna said. What request? Become Earth's first galactic medical ambassador. Travel with us. Learn from other worlds. Teach them what you know. Help us bring healing to the galaxy. Jake looked at the ship, then at Vex, then at all the dragons and humans around him. His life had just changed forever again. Jake stared at the beautiful ship. His mind was full of questions. I need to understand more, Jake said. What is this Galactic Medical Alliance? Commander Luna smiled. Come inside the ship. We will show you. Jake looked at Dr. Brown. Should I go? This is your choice, Jake, Dr. Brown said. But I think you should see what they have to offer. Jake nodded. He followed Vex and the others into the ship. The wall became see-through again and they walked inside. Jake gasped. The inside was even more amazing than the outside. The walls glowed with soft light. Everything looked clean and peaceful. Plants grew in corners, but they were not earth plants. They had blue leaves and silver flowers. This is the medical bay, Kate said as they walked through a large room. Jake saw beds that floated in the air. Machines he had never seen before made quiet humming sounds. Screens showed pictures of body parts from different species. Some looked human. Others looked very strange. These machines can heal almost anything, Dr. Steve Parker explained. Broken, bones, damaged organs, even lost limbs. How? Jake asked. Each species has different healing methods, Luna said. Dragons use fire energy to heal. The crystal people use light. The metal beings use magnetic fields. But until now, no one has been able to use all methods together. They came to a room with a large table. The table showed a map of the galaxy. Jake saw thousands of points of light. Each light is a world with intelligent life, Vex explained. Many of these worlds have medical knowledge, but they do not share it. Why not? Jake asked. Fear, Kate said. Most species only trust their own kind. They think other species might use their knowledge to hurt them. But that changed when Vex met you, Dr. Parker said. He told his people about human medicine, about how you saved his life using methods they had never seen. Luna touched the table. The map changed to show Earth and several other worlds. The Dragon Confederation has been trying to build bridges between species for many years, Luna said. We want to share healing knowledge, but most species are afraid of us because we are big and look scary. Then you helped Vex, Vex said to Jake. You showed that humans can see past appearances. You treat all life as valuable. Jake thought about this. So you want me to help convince other species to share their medical knowledge? More than that, Kate said. We want you to learn from them and teach them. Human medicine is special. Jake, how is it special? Jake asked. Dr. Parker smiled. Humans are the only species we know that can treat anyone. Your medical knowledge works on all types of life. Carbon-based, silicon-based, energy-based. It does not matter. But that is not the most important thing, Luna added. What is? Jake asked. Your compassion, Vex said. Humans care about all life. Not just human life, this is extremely rare in the galaxy. Luna showed Jake more pictures on the table. Let me tell you about some of our Alliance members. The first picture showed tall, thin beings made of what looked like crystal. These are the healers of Zephyr, Luna said. They can cure any disease using light therapy, but they only help their own people. They think other species are too different. The next picture showed creatures that looked like living metal. The Iron Folk of Metalius, Luna continued. They can fix broken bones instantly using magnetic fields, but they are afraid that sharing their knowledge will make them weak. More pictures appeared. Bug-like creatures, floating gas beings, and others that Jake could not even describe. All of these species have amazing medical knowledge, Kate said, but they keep it to themselves. The Alliance exists, but it is weak because no one trusts anyone else. Until now, Vex said, your actions have given us hope. If a human can treat a dragon with such skill and kindness, maybe humans can bring all species together. Jake walked around the room, looking at all the pictures. So many different types of life. So many different ways to heal. What would I have to do? Jake asked. Travel with us, Luna said. Visit different worlds. Learn their healing methods. Show them human medicine. Help build trust between species. It would not be easy, Dr. Parker warned. Some species are very difficult to work with. They have been isolated for thousands of years. And some are dangerous, Kate added. There are still wars in the galaxy. Not everyone wants peace. Jake thought about his life on Earth, his job at the hospital, his friends, his routine. How long would I be gone? Jake asked. That is up to you, Luna said. You could spend a few months each year traveling. The rest of the time you could stay on Earth and train other humans. Train other humans? Jake asked. Yes, Vex said excitedly. We want to invite more humans to join the Alliance, doctors, nurses, researchers. Earth could become the medical center of the galaxy. Jake felt overwhelmed. This is a lot to think about. We know, Luna said gently. Take your time. But first, let us show you what the ship can do. They walked to another room. This one had a big chair in the center. Above, lights danced in patterns. This is the learning chamber, Kate explained. It can teach you the basics of alien biology in minutes instead of years. How? Jake asked. It puts information directly into your brain, Dr. Parker said. Do not worry. It does not hurt. I have used it many times. Jake sat in the chair. The lights came down and surrounded his head. He felt a gentle tingling. Suddenly, Jake knew things he had never known before. He could see how dragon hearts worked. He understood crystal being biology. He knew about metal creature repair systems. Amazing, Jake whispered. This is just the beginning, Luna said. The ship has medical databases from dozens of worlds. You could learn healing methods that no human has ever seen. Jake stood up. His head was spinning with new knowledge. There is more, Vex said. Come see the workshop. In the next room, Jake saw machines that could create any medical tool he could imagine. The machines read his thoughts and made what he needed. You could develop new treatments, Kate said. Combine human methods with alien technology. Save lives that no one else could save. Jake walked back to the main room. Through the clear wall, he could see the hospital where he had worked for 8 years. It looked so small compared to the vast galaxy he had just learned about. I need to talk to some people, Jake said finally. Of course, Luna said. We will. Wait here for your answer. Jake walked outside. Dr. Brown was waiting for him. Well? Dr. Brown asked. Jake looked up at the stars. Somewhere up there, people were dying from diseases that could be cured. People who could be helped if someone just had the knowledge and the courage to try. They want me to help heal the galaxy, Jake said. Dr. Brown put his hand on Jake's shoulder. What does your heart tell you? Jake thought about Vex bleeding in the parking lot. He thought about all the other beings who might need help. My heart says yes, Jake said. But my brain says this is crazy. Sometimes crazy is exactly what the world needs, Dr. Brown said with a smile. Jake looked at the beautiful ship one more time. Inside was knowledge that could save millions of lives across the galaxy. Outside was his simple life in Montana. The choice was his to make. Jake did not sleep that night. He walked around the hospital thinking about everything he had seen and learned. The alien ship sat quietly in the parking lot, glowing softly in the darkness. By morning, Jake had made his decision. He found Commander, Luna and the others having breakfast in the hospital cafeteria. The other patients and staff stared at the dragons eating scrambled eggs, but they were getting used to strange things happening at their hospital. I will do it, Jake said as he sat down at their table. Vex's face lit up with joy. You will become our medical ambassador? Yes, but I have some conditions. What conditions? Luna asked. First, I want to train other humans to do this job too. Earth should send more than just one person to help the galaxy. Agreed, Luna said immediately. Second, I want to spend half my time on Earth. I cannot abandon my home completely. That is reasonable, Dr. Parker said. Third, I want Dr. Brown to be part of this program. He helped save Vex too. Dr. Brown, who had been listening nearby, came over to the table. Jake, I am too old for space travel, Dr. Brown said. But you could. Train the new human medical ambassadors, Kate suggested. Teach them what they need to know before they go to space. Dr. Brown thought about this. I could do that. Then it is settled, Luna said. Welcome to the Galactic Medical Alliance, Jake Martinez. The next few weeks were busy. Government officials came to the hospital to discuss the new program. Scientists arrived to study the alien ship. Reporters tried to get the story, but the government kept it secret for now. Jake spent every day learning about the ship. He discovered it had a name in the dragon language, but it was too hard for humans to say. So Jake gave it a new name. I will call her Mercy, Jake told Vex. Because that is what we do here. We show mercy to all living things. Vex liked the name. Mercy is perfect. The ship was amazing. It could fly faster than light between stars. It had rooms that could change size and shape depending on what was needed. The medical bay could treat any type of life form Jake could imagine. But the most incredible thing was the ship's computer. It was not just a machine. It was alive in a way. It could think and learn and even have conversations. "Hello, Jake," the computer said when Jake first talked to it. "I am happy to meet you." "You can talk?" Jake asked. "Yes. I am an artificial intelligence created by many species working together. I contain medical knowledge from across the galaxy." "What should I call you?" Jake asked. "I do not have a name. Would you like to give me one?" Jake thought about it. "How about Hope? Because you give hope to people who are sick." Hope. I like that name very much. Jake's first mission came sooner than expected. A message arrived from a world called Kepler-7. A strange disease was killing thousands of people there. The local doctors could not stop it. "This will be a good first test," Luna said. "The Kepler people are friendly. They have been part of the Alliance for many years." Jake felt nervous as they prepared to leave Earth. He had never been in space before. He said goodbye to his friends at the hospital. "Take care of yourself," Dr. Brown said. "And remember, you are representing all of humanity out there. I will make you proud," Jake promised. The ship lifted off from Earth so smoothly that Jake barely felt it. One moment they were in the parking lot. The next moment, they were among the stars. "How long will it take to reach Kepler-7? Jake asked Hope. 3 days at maximum speed, Hope replied. During the journey, Jake studied everything he could about the Kepler people. They were small, blue-skinned beings with 4 arms. They lived for hundreds of years and were very intelligent. When they arrived at Kepler-7, Jake saw a world of blue oceans and green continents. Cities of glass and metal covered the land. But something was wrong. Many of the cities looked empty. They landed at the main hospital in the capital city. Dr. Zane, the chief medical officer, met them at the ship. He was only 4 feet tall with bright blue skin and large yellow eyes. "Thank you for coming," Dr. Zane said in perfect English. "We are desperate. The disease has already killed 50,000 people." "Tell me about the symptoms," Jake said, as they walked into the hospital. "It starts with fever and weakness," Dr. Zane explained. "Then the patient's organs begin to shut down. We have tried everything. Nothing works." Jake examined several patients. The disease was unlike anything he had seen on Earth. But as he studied the symptoms, he began to see a pattern. "Hope, show me the database on silicon-based viruses," Jake said. "Displaying now," Hope replied through his communication device. Jake compared the symptoms to what he saw in the database. Then he had an idea. "Dr. Zane, have you tried treating this as a silicon-based infection instead of a carbon-based one?" "What do you mean?" Dr. Zane asked. "Your people are carbon-based, like humans. But this virus might be silicon-based. It would need different treatment." Jake worked with Dr. Zane to develop a new treatment plan. They used human antiviral drugs combined with crystal healing light from the ship's medical bay. The first patient they treated was a young Kepler child. Her name was Zara, and she was very sick. Jake stayed by her bed all night monitoring her condition. By morning, Zara's fever was gone. Her organs were working normally again. "It worked!" Dr. Zane shouted with joy. Word spread quickly through the hospital, then through the city, then across the entire world. The human doctor had found a cure. Over the next week, Jake and Dr. Zane treated thousands of patients. The cure worked on everyone. The disease that had terrified the planet was defeated. On their last day, the leaders of Kepler-7 held a ceremony for Jake. They gave him a crystal medal that glowed with inner light. "You have saved our world," the planet's president said. "How can we ever repay you?" "Share your medical knowledge with other worlds," Jake said. "Help the Alliance grow stronger." "We will," the president promised. As they flew back to Earth, Jake felt different. He had saved an entire world. Not just one patient, but millions of people. "You did well," Vex said. "I am proud to call you friend." "This is just the beginning," Jake replied. "There are so many more worlds that need help." Back on Earth, Jake started the training program for new medical ambassadors. Dr. Brown helped him select the best doctors and nurses from around the world. Within a year, 20 humans were traveling the galaxy as medical ambassadors. Each had their own ship and worked with different alien species. Jake's success on Kepler-7 opened doors to other worlds. Species that had never trusted aliens before began asking for human help. The Galactic Medical Alliance grew stronger every month. But Jake never forgot how it all started. One stormy night in Montana when he saw a wounded dragon and decided to help. That simple act of kindness had changed the galaxy. Sometimes, Jake thought, the smallest gestures make the biggest difference.